all that.
Very good.
My second question was, Governor Wolf the other night on his address to the people of Pennsylvania stated the fact that all municipalities were going to have to pay for the state police. Did you hear that on it?
All municipalities that use the state police for police.
No, he said all state
He said
police.
all.
He said all
Did
municipalities.
say all.
He did say, there's a lot of
Now,
confusion. in
2 nights
reports.
later, it come out that that was no good. Now, I'm looking for a definitive answer as to which way it is. Now, I talked to our, Mr. Cole before the meeting, and he gave me an answer, and I want the people, other people than myself have asked me what that meant. Now, I'd like to have someone up here explain it so that people in the audience could hear.
That sounds like a great.
I don't think it's the municipality's legislation though, so we don't know. I mean, I know what I read in the paper. That's it.
See, now, there's two differences of opinion, what Wolf said and what they said the other night. Now, I'm only stating this, that I talked to Mr. Cole before the meeting, and he stated the fact that will not affect us. Now, I'm just going by that, but I think by the next meeting, we should have a definitive answer.
Well, we haven't been notified in any way from the state saying, state.
Well, like I said, we're 29,000 people, and one of the people in Westmoreland County municipality is, what, 35,000 people, you said?
Hempfield, yeah, sure.
Hempfield.
And, yeah, and they're voting against it, you know, in the elections and everything. Now, I think they ought to pay. I don't think we ought to pay twice. We're paying on our taxes for municipality, and then I don't think we ought to pay for those people
Agreed.
who don't want to
Agree
pay.
with
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I'm 100% in agreement.
The legislation I read in our publication that we get once a month, it's a local government magazine. The legislation that was proposed because the communities that use the state police were paying a low flat rate. They are changing the way they calculate that. But it definitely said the communities that use the state police for policing.
Not the way it's said on television.
But that's what it said in print.
Well, part of the problem is, let's say, for example, I think Hempfield is going to be charged like 3.3 million. And the problem with that is, if Hempfield could afford their own police department, they wouldn't have the state police coming in. And at 3.3 million, they could afford their own police department.
Yes.
So I believe that that's part of the issue. And the way I read it was, everybody in the state will be paying toward that
That's the way he
state police.
stated on television.
That's the way I read it, but that doesn't mean.
Well, if we
right.
find out more, we can definitely notify the public, and then in the meantime, I would encourage you to contact Senator Brewster's office.
Okay, I just got a pamphlet from him today, so I will.
You have his number, good.
Yep, and like I said, if you
Tell
could,
them you're against it, okay?
I'm
You're
definitely
yeah,
against it. Like I said,
against it.
you gentlemen, I think we do a hell of a good job with the police here in Monroeville. And like I said, you don't call the state police in here. So, I mean, if I'm paying for it once, I don't want to pay again twice.
Me neither.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But I do.
Thank you, Robert.